All right, class is in session. All right, we're gonna make some better men out there for relationships, and what I want to work on is text messaging and communication with women. Women are deft at communication. We respect them for their ability to communicate and to manipulate with it, and that's not a bad thing. They're awesome. They're unbelievable at it. And we saw Karen Reed. I just did four of them. I did four parts or four different videos with Brian Higgins and Karen Reed wiping the floor with him on the text messages. I mean, it's just deft at watching. If you know what you're looking for, the power game. She just wiped the floor with them. So anyway, this is going to be John O'Keefe, her boyfriend that was murdered. So we're going to look at his text messages with her. And I think you're going to get a little different vibe from him and how he treats her, which is why she was dating him. I believe you're going to see more of an alpha male type response, a more masculine response, a more I know who the hell I am. And if you don't like me, you can go ahead and kick rocks, ho. And that's what you're going to see, I think. I haven't seen this video in a while, but anyway, let's go ahead and look at it. And we're going to see Karen Reed text message with John O'Keefe, and we're going to go ahead and analyze those.
Should I get lead first?
Okay. The phone calls, text messages, and then we'll start with the first slide. So it's from the defendant to John O'Keefe. I feel pretty shitty about how this morning went down. I know you said sorry, but it really stung, especially when I've been trying pretty hard lately. I feel like a loser turning around, just coming back over after everything you said.
All right. Once again, I feel pretty shitty about how this morning went down. They had an argument this morning. And she basically was like, she doesn't like watching his kids, which are his sister's kids, which he's trying to pick up the pieces because she passed away and he really loved his sister. Anyway, especially when I've been trying pretty hard lately. I feel like a loser turning around just coming back over after everything you said. Which means she gonna do what she wants, you know what I'm saying? He ain't forcing her to come over. Oh well, she might feel like a loser, but she's coming back, baby. She's coming back. You know, because she loves him. She loves his presence. You know what I'm saying? The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. And she may hate him, but she loves to hate him. All right? Already you see a difference. And we saw Brian Higgins, who was trying to pick up on her, you know, and she was, waffling and blah, blah, blah. She ain't waffling with him.
16:10 p.m. on the 28th. From John.
I like this text.
The defendant, not sure what you want me to do. I said I'm sorry and I was out of line. If you prefer to stay home, I totally get it.
Boom, baby. I love that. Look at that. Hey, don't know what you want me to say, man. I said I'm sorry. What's up? You prefer to stay home? Go ahead. Like it juxtaposed to, the other guy in this case, Brian Higgins. And I know they're different in the relationship with her, but tell me what you mean. What's going on? You really like me? Do you really like me? Look at John O'Keefe. If you want to stay home, I get it. Stay home. Stay home, biatch.
2:16 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Things in my own life have been difficult.
Things in my own life have been difficult,
2:17:33 p.m. on the 28th.
I know. I love, but see, and this is good, alpha male type texting. I love that, Chris, boom, I know. That's good. I like John O'Keefe right there. That's all you need. I know.
O'Keefe
no long, you see old Mr. Brian Higgins, blah, 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 blah.
I know. 2:17:40 p.m. on the 28th. At 2:17:45 p.m.
Huh. You think she likes him? You think she likes her man? Defendant calls the man. Answered. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Defendant calls John. Answered. Woman. Rejected.
John. Phone call is answered and he speaks for 2 minutes, 22 seconds.
Who's chasing?
2:23:02 p.m. The defendant calls John. That's again answered. At 1:00 and they speak for 1.
So around this time, she's messaging Brian Higgins. I'm just saying kind of the context. That's why she kept him on the line. That's what, things ain't so good in her relationship, whatever. But That's why she's got old Brian Higgins on the back burner. You know, this is what we can learn about women. This is what they do.
Seconds. At 2:24:17 p.m., the defendant calls John, and the call is rejected.
Here we go.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe.
Tell me if you are interested in someone else. Can't think of any other reason you'd be like this. This is a woman who's angry, wants her man to change, but she loves him. The opposite of love is not hate, it is indifference. This is not indifference, gentlemen. This is a woman who is into her man. And a lot of men are afraid to have their woman act like this.
Someone else. Can't think of any other reason you've been like this. 2:25:18 p.m. on the 28th.
Nope.
From John O'Keefe to the defendant. Nope.
Alpha male. That's how alpha males text. They don't text like Brian Higgins. What do you mean? Do you like me? Why did you give me your number? Oh, you really think I'm hot? Thank you.
5:33 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant. Things haven't been great between us for a while. I would consider that. 2:26
Yeah, buddy. He's like, yeah, no. Have you ever considered it ain't been good for a minute, bitch?
p.m. on the 28th.
Rejected. Look at that. She calls him. She's mad. She's mad. She wants to get a hold of him. He ain't going. Not right now. Right now, girl. I'm busy.
40 p.m. The defendant calls John.
Alpha male.
That call is rejected.
Mr. Graham, can you explain to us the difference between not answered and rejected?
Yes, so if the call is not answered,
He just
then
fucking
yes,
whap. Get out of
the
here.
call rang out and goes to voicemail. If the call is rejected, that is someone actively hitting the send to voicemail button to disable the call, to stop it from ringing.
Quit bothering me, button.
From John O'Keefe to the defendant.
Kids are here.
Not in the mood
Not
to
in the
talk.
mood to talk. Who's
2:29
controlling?
or 3
Who's
p.m.
leading? He's leading. He's leading. Yes, sir, he's leading. So you're not into it anymore? That's fine. But I don't want to keep trying. And you keep treating me like this. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Don't believe her words. Look at how she's trying. Oh, that's a woman that's trying.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. So you're not into it anymore. That's fine. But I don't want to keep trying and you keep treating me like this. 2:29:12 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. I'm trying to hug and kiss you this morning and you wrap me in the face with a pillow.
Oh, nice, bro. Alpha male John O'Keefe. This is how you do it, fellas. I'm trying to hug and kiss you. Here you go, lady, with a pillow. Oh, yes. What a juxtaposition between Brian Higgins.
29:59 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Last night you're basically like, yeah, what about when we talk about the future? So why don't you just admit you're not into so much anymore?
Yeah, she's trying to get him to say that. You know, she wasn't this direct with Brian. Because that's her alpha male right there.
30:23 p.m.
Don't be anybody but this guy. Don't be anybody but a woman's alpha male. You see how she was treating old Brian Higgins? What? I just think we're the same. I think we're the same, Brian. I think we're the same. I'm just so ditzy. What do you mean? Why did I get your number? I don't know. We're the same. We came from the same neighborhood. Come on, y'all.
From John O'Keefe to the defendant. Not how it went down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
2:30:26
Hey, that's great, guys. Look, he's not arguing. Not how it went down, but okay, cool. Later. Not arguing, not engaging.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Can you please admit your head is out of the game with us?
I ain't gonna admit nothing.
2:52 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant. Sick of always arguing and fighting. It's been weekly for several months now. So yeah, I'm not quick to jump back into being lovey-dovey as you have.
That's right, baby.
2:28 p.m. on the 28th.
Rejected.
2:47 p.m. The defendant calls John.
Love it. This is how you do it. We're not arguing. You run shit.
John O'Keefe to the defendant.
Oh my God,
OMG,
stop calling.
2:54 p.m.
You running it. Then why would you just start with me this morning?
To John O'Keefe. Then why would you start with me this morning? 2:58 p.m. on the 28th. When the defendant to John O'Keefe, you're setting me up to fail. 2:33:05 p.m. on the 28th.
But you love him.
When the defendant to John O'Keefe, you're started a number of fights from your end.
But you love him.
2:33,
Love me,
26
baby.
p.m. on the 28th. And John O'Keefe to the defendant.
There we go.
Explained
Look
it
at
a few
that.
times already,
Who's running
not doing it
shit?
again. 2:33,
That's right. We're not
PM
doing it
on the
again. Oh,
28th.
we're done. Uh-huh.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, so you're not into this anymore.
Gaslighting right there.
2:33:41
Gaslighting
PM.
right. So you look how she reframes and gaslights it all. He's not. I mean, I didn't cover that, but look at it. This is gaslighting, gentlemen. Every time she's done it, she's changed. She's changed what he said and reframed it. Don't buy into the reframes.
With John O'Keefe to the defendant, not into fighting all the time, correct.
Yeah, baby.
2:03 p.m.
He reframes it. He reframes it into what he's going to reframe it into. And we're not arguing. Yep.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, if you're
Gaslighting right here. If you tell me you're into someone else, you will never hear from me again. You can have all the space in the world.
if you tell me you're interested in
Gaslighting.
someone else, you'll never hear from me again. You can have all the space in the world. 2:34:11 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, he sends an emoji. 2:34
Rolling the eyes.
on the 28th.
Oh.
From the defendant to John
Oh.
O'Keefe,
She's
stops
loving
signing.
him. Dude, guys, this is how you do it. The Brian Higgins was an example of beta male to the max, and this is the alpha male coming strong, bro. And that's why he had her. That's why he had a hot chick, because he knows how to treat them.
4:20 p.m. on the 28th.
Call again,
2:34:29
rejected.
p.m. The defendant calls John. He rejects the call.
He gets to lead the stuff. You don't, no. Quit calling me. And this, as many times as she's calling him, a woman ain't leaving you when she's doing this. I'm not
John
answering.
O'Keefe to
Stop
Karen
calling.
Cash, the defendant, I'm not answering. Stop.
Hell yeah, who's leading, guys? You be the leader.
2:34:42
This
p.m.
is how you treat
on the
them.
28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, can you please answer after how you treated me
She's
earlier?
trying to lead. She's trying to take over dominance, and he's doing a great job.
2:34:43 p.m. on the 28th.
Staying all business. There you go. Boom.
2:34:54
There you go.
p.m.
Nice.
The defendant calls John. That's rejected.
Kaylee is right
John
here.
O'Keefe to
That's
the
his daughter. That's his
defendant. Kaylee is right
adopted
here.
daughter.
2:35:02
His sister
p.m.
passed
on the
away,
28th.
and he's taking care of her kid. They're his kids now. He's a baller like that.
The defendant to John O'Keefe, you start a rager with me out of nowhere and then tell me you're sick of fighting with me.
Yep.
2:35:41 p.m.
That's what he did. That's what I do. Yep.
The defendant to John O'Keefe,
She's an alcoholic, by the way.
I'm drinking a bit. 2:38:14 p.m. on the 28th. 2:38:42
Boom,
p.m.
rejected.
The defendant calls John. That
You
call-
see how she's trying to get him. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Acting like she's gonna go out and hang out with other people. Nah, you still ain't gonna answer. See how women do it? Can you please
The defendant
answer?
to John O'Keefe,
Nope.
Can you please answer? 2:38:52 p.m.
You don't run me. You don't run me. No,
From John
Karen.
O'Keefe to the defendant. No, Karen. Not sure why you need to announce that you're going.
There you go. There you go. Alpha male. Not sure why he knew what she was doing. He ain't don't play me. That's a baller, bro. You guys need to learn this. John O'Keefe, R.I.P., bro. But that's a baller, bro.
Not
Alpha
sure why
male.
you need to announce that you're grabbing a
Yeah,
drink, but
call
have
you
fun.
out. He
2:39,
called you
46
out.
p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John.
No, that's not why she was doing it, and he knows better. Liar. Don't let him get. Look what she's doing. She knows what she did. He knows what she did. And I already told you right before that. She did it to make him mad.
Seeing if you want to meet me later.
No. No, you
2:40,
didn't. No, you didn't.
22 p.m.
No, you didn't.
28th. From the defendant to John
No.
O'Keefe, can you please call me?
No,
2:40:32 p.m. on
a
the
girl
28th.
acting like this will never leave you.
From John O'Keefe to the defendant, have to take them to the doctor. He has practice.
Boom.
2:40:55 p.m. on the 28th.
And this is a man on his purpose. His purpose is his sister's kids right now. She died. He's taking care of them. He's now their dad. And he's stepping up. It's not easy. We all know, but he's doing it. And you ain't gonna get in his fucking way of his purpose. This is alpha male, dog. Ain't no this. There's a lot of beta male simps out there. That oh my god, they'll just twist them into a knot like Gumby. To get a lady to what time do you need me, honey? What time do you need me there?
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, yeah, 5 minutes. 2:41:17 p.m. on the 28th.
Not answered. Rejected.
2:43:01 p.m. the defendant calls John. It's not answered. 2:43:45 p.m. the defendant calls John. The call is rejected.
Yeah, and you know, Brian Higgins, you think he's gonna sleep with you when she's chasing this guy? Not in a million years.
John O'Keefe, the defendant. My father just walked in.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
2:43:58
Leave me
p.m.
alone.
on the 28th. The defendant to John O'Keefe. Okay, can you please call me for 2
No,
minutes?
because she's gonna take that 2 minutes and turn it into 30.
2:44:14 p.m. on the 28th.
Not right now. Boom,
John
baby.
O'Keefe, the defendant. Not right now.
Own it.
2:44:23
Hell yeah.
p.m.
You
on the
don't
28th.
run him. You don't run him. I'm there when
The
anyone else
defendant to
needs
John
me.
O'Keefe. I'm there when anyone else needs me. 2:44:26 p.m.
Yeah.
on the 20th.
As you talk to Brian Higgins behind his back. Mm-hmm. Don't let them fool you. As she talked to another dude behind his back. You talk to another dude behind his back. Uh-huh.
32 p.m. the defendant calls
But you're
John.
there when he needs you, huh?
Call's rejected.
Yes,
The defendant
John.
calls Mr. O'Keefe. Yes, John, you gave me utter grief this morning. I'd like you to call me for a minute.
Oh, well.
2:46:16 p.m.
He don't care. And remember, let's hang on a second. This is good. And that's why, I mean, these almost have to be watched together. But if you go back to the Brian Higgins, and I know that was a different relationship, but if you go back to those videos I did, and I showed you who was texting more, it was him. Now look at, and she was answering with quip, real quick, bop, bop, bop. Look at these long ass messages. She didn't, you know, she's capable of long messages if she gives a damn.
To John O'Keefe, I've been trying to get over the hump with is arguing, and now you tell me you're not into doing things. And you don't want to fight weekly, but fly off the handle at 8 a.m. with me, like you're setting me up to fail.
And that's not what happened. She's gaslighting him, but that's okay.
47:08 p.m. on the 28th. Defendant to John O'Keefe, I'm dealing with my own personal crisis over things I have zero control over. I'd like to lean on you too sometimes. Instead, I just hear everything I've done wrong.
Okay.
2:48:34 p.m.
So, and remember Brian Higgins. I'm just going back to that in juxtaposition. Because this is a juxtaposition you'll get with a woman who likes you and a woman who doesn't really give a damn. You can see the difference, right? So, that's one text. This is two texts in a row. When you saw with Brian Higgins, you didn't see any text in a row. He had all of them. Boom, 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 boom. And he was like, well, hello, where you at, stranger? Look at this. One text, two texts.
28th. At 2:56 p.m., the defendant calls John. The call's rejected.
Chasing him. Come on, y'all.
1:13 p.m., the defendant calls.
She couldn't even give two dams to Brian Higgins, and he thought he was falling in love.
It's rejected.
If she's not treating you like this, she don't love you.
2:52:37 p.m., John calls the defendant.
And he's standing on business. He's standing on business.
The defendant calls John. Again, not answered.
They love this. You seriously cannot pick up the phone for 2 seconds?
The defendant, John O'Keefe, you seriously cannot pick up the phone.
And this
for 2
has
seconds.
nothing to do, this right here has nothing to do with her wanting a minute, 2 minutes. It has everything to do with dominance. Who's in control? She wants to be in control.
2:54:13 p.m.
You guys stand on business. Rejected.
2:58:05
Finally he
p.m., the
answered.
defendant
Okay, he
calls John.
answered.
It's rejected.
5 minutes.
2:59:13, John calls the defendant. The call is answered and they speak for 4 minutes, 59 seconds.
She got her little hit of dopamine. No.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, why don't you meet me at Hillside at 4:30/5, 3:08:55 p.m. John O'Keefe to the defendant sends an emoji, 3:10:08 p.m. on the 28th.
I love that guy.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe.
Look at her being so nice.
Excuse me. Or whenever you get everyone settled, 3:10:35 p.m. on the 28th.
There you go. See, he don't like her. Yeah,
From John
she's
O'Keefe to the
drunk.
defendant. Like I said, doctor now, and he has practice till 6. If you want me to go start,
If you want to go start
if
drinking,
you want to go start drinking, then go for it.
Yeah, she was drinking- she was drinking too much.
3:36:21 p.m. on the 28th.
yeah, she was drinking too much.
The defendant to John O'Keefe
Well, he gave you the times, bitch.
didn't know the times of his practice. 3:36:40 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I just want to give you
Two texts in a row.
at the house without me there. So rather meet you out than meet at the house. 3:37:01 p.m. on the 28th.
And none of that's true.
John O'Keefe, the defendant. Yeah, well, now there's a 72-year-old taking up shop on my couch. 3:37:36 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant to John O'Keefe. Yeah, that too. 3:37:46 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Is he going to Collins? 3:38:23 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, not tonight. 3:38:32 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, so do you plan on going out tonight?
No.
3:39:01 p.m. on the 28th.
Karen, I don't know.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, Karen, I don't know. 3:39:17 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant.
Yeah.
Jonesing to drink, so go.
Exactly.
3:39:43 p.m.
Go without me. Yep. Alcoholic.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Okay, well, after how this morning went.
Well, look, she just wants to, she's trying to run, she's just trying to get at him. And by her not going back over there, that's just her trying to get at him.
I don't think I need to be back over there with you. Get frustrated at how I am with the kids.
Yeah, because you don't like
Has
them.
nothing to do with drinking. 3:40 p.m. on the 28th.
Two in a
From the
row.
defendant to John O'Keefe. I am paranoid now that everything I do with them is problematic. So rather see you for a minute without it, kids around. 3:40:24 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, what's your plan at 4:47:16 p.m. on the 28th? From the defendant to John O'Keefe, don't have one, 4:50:09 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, so still home, 4:50:26 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant to John O'Keefe, yes, 4:50:45 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, we just got home, waiting to see what Papa decides here or else I have to get Patrick at 6. 4:59:45 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant John O'Keefe, okay, 5:01:55 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, so are you staying home or coming here?
She's going.
5:02:23 p.m.
She's going.
on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, waiting to see what you end up doing. I don't want to hang out at the house too much, like I said. 5:03:40 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I think it's clear me around the kids. I think it's clear me around with the kids. Around is slowly killing our relationship, and our relationship
is much more important to me.
5:04:16 p.m. on the 28th.
Because she likes you.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. Well, there's a blizzard coming, so we'll be in
And you will die, sir.
weekend. 5:04:19 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant to John O'Keefe. It will be over by noon tomorrow. 5:04:44 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant. Don't think so. 5:05:27 p.m. on the 28th.
Look at that.
Defendant to John O'Keefe. I don't want to keep having this constant conflict of the dynamic of the four of us. The harder I try, the more it kills our relationship as a couple. It feels like utter shit to be in that position. Rather just meet you out for drinks when you figure out what your night looks like.
Don't do it. Don't do
5:06:45
it.
p.m. on the 28th.
Screw that.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. Well, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so do what you want.
5:07:34 p.m. on the 28th.
That's how you do it.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. Need to figure out what everyone here is doing. All I know now is Madeline is coming over. No clue about Patrick yet, or if Papa is planning on hanging it for a few more.
Okay, so that's his father. His daughter died, obviously, and John's sister died. But you see how a woman does not care about your problems. She cares about her and how she interacts with you. So this guy is taking care of his sister. Like I said, his sister's 2 kids, and this is pretty much just happened. I mean, it's fairly recent, so he's doing what he can, But this has caused an issue with him and Karen. But she don't seem to be too sympathetic about that. Women are not sympathetic about your problems. And I'm not saying that John, this affected John, but what I am saying is how they feel around you is more important than your freaking problems. They're not sympathetic. They're not empathetic. Women are about themselves.
5:09:29 p.m. on the 28th.
It's a feature, not a bug. It is what it is. I mean, all women are like this. You're not going to change this stuff. We love women. We're going to keep dealing with them. We just have to act accordingly.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Okay, well, when you know the story, and if you want me to come up, let me know. 5:12:36 p.m. on the 28th.
See, the thing is, no, Karen, you decide what you want to do. Boom, baby. Running it. That's a leader, man. Notice the difference between his message and yep. No, you don't. No, I'm not. Exactly. You do what you want to do, baby.
Keep the defendant. No, Karen, you decide what you want to
Absolutely.
do. 5:13:18 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. I know your heart isn't in this anymore. I felt it for a while, and especially lately. I'm willing to try more, but not if you approaching the point.
Hey, see? You see who knows? You see who knows? What did I tell? Women are smart, guys. The opposite of love is not hate. What does she know? Indifference. Damn, man. It looks like someone knows what they're talking about.
And you can head out for a while,
right?
Then say so when you know what your father is doing. 5:14:23 p.m. on the 28th.
No, she's still trying to keep dominance. He needs to not go out tonight, and she's going to still come to his house, I bet.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. You come up and I head out. Really? 5:15, please.
He calling her out, dude.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. I've told you already. I don't bounce back quickly as you do after we have a battle.
Exactly.
5:16:52
100
on the 28th.
He's like, screw you, bitch.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. No, head out together with an emoji. 5:17.
They both do that
on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe.
No, see, no.
5:17:54 on
no.
the 28th.
Don't do it.
John O'Keefe to the defendant. Gonna send Patrick to Collins tonight. They're picking him up around 7. Mike may hang out.
There you go.
And brings Matt over. So why don't you just come over?
She will.
5:19:42 p.m.
She will.
On the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe. Mike doesn't want to go out for a bit.
No.
5:20:20 p.m.
We're not going out.
28th.
Me and her wouldn't get along.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. I would like to. Been a shit day from the jump.
She wants to go drink.
5:33 p.m. on the 28th.
So what?
From John O'Keefe to the defendant, probably 5:39 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, I just got sober an hour ago. 5:56 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I'll text you. Hang with Mike for a few. I don't need to butt in. Text me if/when you think you may head out. 5:12 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, can you send me Tim Zoll's contact info, please? 5:26:38 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, I paid the last bill. 5:27:08 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, you didn't have to do that, thanks. 5:27:43 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I'm really not going to accept my friend request. 5:32:33 p.m. on the 28th.
I love it.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, emoji on what FB.
Oh, I love it.
5:33:01.
Yeah, that's all some bullshit, man. Way to go, John.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, yeah, we've been going out for 2 years. 5:33:20 p.m.
Oh, this is baller stuff, guys. Alpha male. Oh, God.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, I haven't gone on. You defriended me over a year ago, I believe. 5:33:48 p.m. on the 28th.
You defriended me. Oh.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, Kerry texted that they're headed out in a bit. 6:05:29 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, okay. 6:14:55 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, she's going to let me know where. 6:17:51 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, so you're going to meet them 6:18:12 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, just presenting it as an option. Wouldn't mind hanging out with them for a drink.
Yeah.
6:19.
You want to get that
p.m.
drink,
on the
girl?
28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe,
I couldn't date
is
a
Mike
chick like
over,
I don't like chicks. I
6:27
don't like chicks that drink. I couldn't do
p.m. on
that.
the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, yes, 6:29:45 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, sounds you're like good with getting together tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
6:31:32
He's still in a maybe.
on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I was hoping after this morning you'd be interested in smoking.
Relax, lady. Relax. And look at the difference between treating him and Brian Higgins. This is the woman that wants him, man.
28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant.
Yep.
Told you to come over, but you
Yep.
insisted on meeting me outside.
Yep. He wants to bang you at the house.
4 p.m. on the 28th.
Well, I'd rather grab a drink or bang you at my own house. Bang you at my own house.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, Mike is a little off with me for a while now. I've said that multiple times.
Who cares?
6:34 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to Karen, time to get over it, Karen. He's fine. He was fine the other night when he came by.
Oh, nice. Time to get over it, loser.
On the 28th.
I like this guy. This is alpha male,
From the
bro.
defendant to John O'Keefe, yeah, wouldn't mind hanging out with other people, like another female too.
Bullshit.
6:39:09 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, where are you meeting them? 6:39:28 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I don't have plans with them. She just said they're headed out in a bit and will text when they land somewhere. 6:39:52 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, if you want to go out with Mike solo, that's fine. Just let me know.
No.
6:47.
Don't let her know.
On the 28th.
Yeah. I already told
John
you what
O'Keefe
you
to the
should
defendant,
do.
I already told you.
Not gonna keep
what
doing
you should
this.
do. Not
Yeah.
gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
6:31:07 p.m.
Go,
on the
bitch.
28th.
You decide what you want to do, bitch.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I asked to let me know.
See how
if
she
you guys
wants.
are going
See how she wants to be in control. It's all about control. It's all about control.
out. I haven't been out for drinks this week and had a shit week
And he said you can do what you want to do. Is what he said.
and shit day. And I dread Kaylee or Pat is going to get chatty with me the second I walk in, and that is going to irritate you. 6:43:21 on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, Pat is leaving, Kay is with Mad Cam. 6:44:02 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, I'll text Chris then. 6:44 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, we're headed out shortly.
What's your plan,
now?
Karen?
7:06:13 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, do you want me to join or no? 7:06:37 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, yes, wasn't sure.
By the way, the Kerns were the ones where she got the phone number for Brian Higgins.
If you were meeting the Currans, 7:07:04 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, they are not out drinking yet. 7:07:40 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, where are you headed? 7:09:22 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, trying to decide
McCarthy's.
maybe McCarthy's.
Going to McCarthy's.
14:48 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, okay then, let me know where you decide. I'm still down in Enfield. 7:20
Didn't she tell Brian Higgins she didn't ever go to Medfield?
50 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, text me when you leave, still waiting on McKinney's. 7:22:28 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I'm having issues with my hot water, so had to text someone to take a look. 7:24:11 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, an emoji, you trying to piss me off. 7:25:35 on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, hope you're fine that you texted is hot. 7:26:24 p.m.
Oh, that's
From the
good.
defendant to John O'Keefe, nope, my shower only got lukewarm and now my sink won't run hot at all. The plumber I used is right down the road. 7:26:27 p.m. on the 28th.
She's letting him know he ain't hot.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I turned that temp thing in the basement all the way up. 7:26:52 p.m. on the 28th.
He knows she's a little hoe.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, check the hot water heater and see if it's leaking. 7:26:52 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant to John O'Keefe, it's not. 7:26:59 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, don't do that. 7:27:01 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, is the pilot lit? 7:27:08 p.m. on the 28th.
Why it's good to have a man.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I was trying to get my shower hot. 7:27:12 p.m. on the 28th.
Want to shower that little Viva JJ.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, yes. 7:27:14 p.m. on the 28th.
Almost done.
From John O'Keefe
Don't
to
turn
the
all the way
defendant,
up.
Don't turn it up. Don't
That's
turn
why
it
you want a
all the
good
way
man.
up.
See, he still cares.
7:27:26
He still
p.m.
cares.
on the 28th.
That's what daddy does.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, it will burn out. 7:27:32 p.m. on
That's
the 28th.
why you need a man in your life, ladies.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I had this issue twice before and it wasn't a disaster. I just can't remember what the cause was. 7:27:41 on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant,
Get over here.
Get over here.
Get over here.
7:28:08 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I don't want to come home in a blizzard and then really be up shit creek. 7:28:53 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant. Going to
See?
going home.
She playing games. She playing games.
7:29:18 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John
Or
O'Keefe,
tomorrow.
or tomorrow or whenever. I've had a chill all day since my new shower.
Whatever.
7:29:45 p.m.
Whatever.
on the 28th.
Playing games.
From John O'Keefe to the defendant, it's going to snow all day tomorrow. No driving. 7:30:05 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, we're headed to McCarthy's. 7:41:29 p.m.
And she
on
gonna
the
come
28th.
right to daddy.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, okay, let me know if you end up leaving. 7:41:57 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, why?
Why?
Now you're not coming. 7:42:27 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I'm waiting for the plumber. I actually think he's in the driveway. 7:42:56 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, we're taking Mike's car, so I'm relying on you for a ride home if he leaves.
There we go.
7:43:10 p.m.
Get over here,
on the
bitch.
28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, he's not going home after. 7:43:27 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, 8 o'clock on a Friday, emoji. 7:43:31 p.m. on the 28th.
Wink.
John O'Keefe to the defendant, you may have to get Michael. 7:43:46 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, you have a plumber coming over at 8. Handled it. Good luck. 7:44:36 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I have always told you I will not put either of you out of your way the way everyone else in your life does. I knew it wasn't working right when you were at the doctor's with Kaylee, and I knew neither of you could get here. And this guy Richie fixed it last time, whatever it was. He was supposed to be here at 5, 7:48:01 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, if it's not a quick fix, I'll tell him to forget it. 7:48:20 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, if you need a new water heater, don't let him do it. 7:54 p.m. on the 28th. The defendant text, from the defendant to John O'Keefe, he's here now. If it's not quick, I'm not doing it. I just want to make sure nothing is wrong / will go wrong with when I'm not home. 7:55:44 on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, he's not a scammer. Half the quick stuff he doesn't even charge me.
Charge me, foe.
7:56:06 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, he just put the soil seats
She's
on
funny,
quicker.
man. She got it funny.
7:56:28 p.m. on the 28th.
Status?
John O'Keefe to defendant, status, 8:09:02 p.m. on the 28th.
Still here.
Defendant to John
They like
O'Keefe,
that guy.
still here with an emoji. 8:09:18 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, said he's got to go to HD and probably be back mañana. 8:23:56 p.m. on the 28th. From John
So?
O'Keefe to the defendant.
Cover or not, you need an answer.
8:24:43 p.m. on the 28th.
I don't
From the
know.
defendant to John O'Keefe, an emoji. 8:25:02 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, just trying to figure out if I need to be here. 8:25:51 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, what does it need? 8:26:01 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I don't know. He showed me some pieces that was all rusted.
Yeah, the women really know what to
I
tell
don't
you.
understand half this stuff. 8:26:42 p.m. on the 28th.
We'll go about another 5 minutes, maybe.
John O'Keefe to the defendant on the water heater. 8:26:59 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, yes. 8:27:08 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, tell him to leave it. I'll take care of it Sunday or Monday. 8:28:30.
Get out here, girl.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, no, it's okay. I can either meet him here or just shut off the alarm. 8:28:52 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, he used to work here while I was at work. 8:29:02 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, does he realize it will be whiteout conditions tomorrow a.m.?
Yeah.
8:29:32 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, yeah, but he lives right down the road. 8:29:47 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant,
Yeah.
Karen, this storm is going to
It
be
was intense.
Can't drive. 8:30:19 p.m. on the 28th.
He gonna die in it.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, okay, well, if he can't, he can't. 8:30:36 p.m. on the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, I'll do it Monday.
No, you won't. You'll be dead.
8:56 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I better not still have this problem on Monday. 8:31:22 p.m. on the 28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, you plan on being there. 8:31:43 p.m. on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I too know I can take a hot shower here if I need to. 8:32:14 p.m. on the 28th. Figured you'd be, from John O'Keefe to the defendant, figured you'd be in Canton
Right,
for Monday.
with him.
8:32:32 p.m. on the
Exactly.
28th. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, I'm
Getting off
my
my phone. You wouldn't know what you're doing till Monday. Let's go.
8:32:54.
Let's go. I like that. Leader.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, I think the four of us together is toxic to this relationship. Would like to limit it.
Whatever.
8:33:16 p.m.
Whatever.
on the 28th. From the defendant to John O'Keefe, you said so yourself for probably a year now. 8:33:52 p.m.
Double
on the
text.
28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant, blizzard tomorrow. Nobody is going anywhere. 8:33:56.
I love his
p.m. on the
answers,
28th.
man.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, Maybe I'll come back late tonight. Bad snow is in the early AM. 8:35, 14 p.m. on the 28th.
Man, you don't know, lady.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe. I'll head up there in a few men. Let me know if you leave.
I'm coming, Daddy, she
8:35,
said. I'm
26
coming,
p.m.
Daddy.
On the 28th. John O'Keefe to the defendant. An emoji says sure. 8:35, 34 p.m. on the 28th.
I like it. I like it.
That was the last of them.
All right. Well, there you go. Look at those. I mean, juxtaposition on those other text messages. He didn't engage in her argument. She kept reframing. All that stuff was. That's why you don't argue with women. A lot of that stuff was psychological manipulation. It was just gaslighting. I mean, don't. And a lot of that stuff was she's just trying to get him mad. That's why you don't deal with it. And he was doing pretty good. I mean, there's always you can do better. But yeah. I mean, he just don't want to put up with her bullshit. And you see, even though he was being strong, firm, pissing her off, the opposite of love is not hate. It is indifference. And she even said it. All right? That's how you text like an alpha male. We'll see you on the next one.